EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. Takes it at the 7. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Ready? 19, pioneer! Come 19! Hawk 70!
They'll start on the ground here on first down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short...
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
19 tight, 19 tight.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
The Cowboys at 11-1 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
2nd and 9 now. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Marquise Bell in on that stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Warriors, 70.
They'll look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception, and then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was they backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Powell down to throw it.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 16. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Powell.
Touchdown, Falcons. DJ Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Cowboys nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Seven Pirates!
Now back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a 1st half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot,
You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. It makes it hard to defend.
Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
3rd and 1. Hal's going to throw it.
He completes it to the tight end, Knox.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw on first down. Here's Hal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. DK Metcalf. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ready, break!
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Right back to him on first down.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Trap 50, trap 50. Ready.
They're going to look to throw.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Let's go now.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Adafe Owe there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Off play action, it's Howell. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Howell buying time to his left. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, Howell. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Moore, the man in motion. To throw on 2nd and 10. Powell. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. It's Howe with another throw. And this one is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 53 yards on the ground for him so far. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
19.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, do a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here's a 2nd and 7. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Bacon, down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They run the counter. Bacon. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He sets to fire deep. He's got it at the 15. A big play here for Dallas. And even 60 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
Let's go.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll run again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
And you know it pains them to be this close, and you know they're going to want to go for it here, but they absolutely have to kick the field goal and get this back to a one-score game. It's only logical.
Ready!
Here we go on fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Turnover that just got, and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And they're able to return this all the way up to the 45.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Cut back in! Cut back in! 18 level! 19 tight! 19 tight!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go now! Back in 60!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Now a give, right side. Bacon. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Bacon. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. now from the gun.
Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
50 Bobcats! 50 Bobcats!
Looking to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So a defensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So with a late touchdown, no time remains, but they will go for 2 here to try to make this a touch more respectable. And it's incomplete. Was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for the Falcons, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.